Buenos dias, and welcome to the Sweet Heat Story Hour. You can't have sweet without some heat. Lasagna. Juicy. Happy New Year! Hop up. Happy New Year! Happy New Year, Choco. Okay, so I am super excited, as is Choco, because we are making a take on something that I love and I actually miss, shrimp and grits. Only this version, we're gonna be using chorizo and masa. So you can totally still use regular grits, which I love, but I feel like for a little bit more of a Mexican-y twist, you can use the same proportions of milk and butter and cheese if you like, but make masa, and it's a slightly different flavor. But grits, masa, whatever you have, whatever you want, whatever you like, it's gonna be really, really delicious. Just make sure you get some really amazing shrimp and some sparkling wine and some really good tequila, and you've got a New Year's party. And don't forget, if you like me, if you like the series, and if you like Choco, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and you will be notified as soon as there's another Sweet Heat episode. I love throwing dinner parties, I love throwing big parties, but I have some rules that I like to follow. So obviously I want something that's very impressive. I also want to make cocktails for everyone in the house, but I want them to be easy, so I want them to be easily scalable. But I also really like to rest before the guests arrive. So I have a rule that I like to lay down and take a little disco nap about 30 minutes before the guests are gonna arrive. And then when everybody arrives, I'm like fresh, the house is clean, everything's done. I don't have to do anything except pour a drink and enjoy my party and enjoy my friends. And so that's what this dish is all about. This recipe and this episode is kind of like a best of. So you're gonna see some of my favorite things like the shrimp. You know, I am gonna have a taste, I don't care. All right, I'm eating the ugly one. But I also hate cleaning them. Why do you have to be so good, but so dirty? Like the chorizo golis.
Quiero chorizo golis.
Like lots and lots of alcohol. Here's to me. And obviously lots and lots of heat. This is gonna kill us. So we've got jalapeños, we've got habaneros, we've got tequila, we've got white wine, we've got sparkling wine, we've got some beautiful fresh herbs and masa and butter and lard and milk. It's all here. Let's start cooking. Okay, I'm almost done with those shrimp, but I need a break. And I decided that I'm going to put the grits on because they actually take quite a while and I just can't stand at the sink anymore and look at any more shrimp guts. Okay, so super easy. We're going to put 2 cups water, 3 cups whole milk, 1 teaspoon of sugar. I know that probably seems a little weird that we're only gonna put 1 teaspoon in there, but I don't want it to be sweet. I just want the sugar there to bring out some of the sweetness in the corn. And you're not gonna really notice it. You're just gonna notice that the flavor of the corn or the grits or the maíz is actually much more flavorful. And then 1.5 teaspoons of salt. We'll bring this to a boil. I'm gonna go finish the shrimp and then we'll add the masa. Okay, so you can see the milk is starting to come up to the boil. We're going to whisk in the masa or the grits, and you kind of have to keep going and whisk it constantly so that nothing sticks to the bottom. Now we're gonna cover it, reduce it to low, the lowest flame you have on the smallest burner you have, and then cover it and just let that simmer and cook, whisking occasionally until it gets really thick and creamy, probably about 35 to 45 minutes. All right, what kind of a montage am I feeling today? I feel like it needs to be epic. It's like end of the year, 22's coming. It's gonna be an incredible year. We need something that's just like, sets the scene. Josh, I need something thunderous and like orchestral and big symphony, boom, bombastic, yeah! it. Watch, it's gonna be like a really like slow piano.
Now let's heat 1 tablespoon of lard in a large skillet over high heat. Now that we see the wisps of smoke coming from the pan, we are going to cook half of the shrimp until lightly browned on both sides, about a minute per side. Transfer that to a large bowl or half sheet tray. Repeat with another tablespoon lard and the remaining shrimp. Put those back on the sheet tray, reduce heat to medium-high, and heat 1 tablespoon lard in the same skillet, and let's cook the chorizo now, breaking it up with a wooden spoon until no large pieces remain. We're gonna cook this until it's browned on one side but not fully cooked. It'll take about 4 minutes. Heat the remaining 2 tablespoons lard in the same skillet and cook the bell pepper, onion, garlic, jalapeno, 1 teaspoon salt, and a 1/4 teaspoon pepper. We're gonna stir this occasionally until all the veggies are nice and caramelized and tender, about 8 to 10 minutes. Now we're gonna make a little space in the center of the pan, add the tomato paste, and cook, stirring constantly until brick red in color. That'll take about a minute. Now we're gonna add the wine, deglaze the pan, scrape up any of those delicious brown bits off the bottom, and cook until reduced and you no longer smell any alcohol. It'll take about 2 to 3 minutes. Now let's pour the shrimp, chorizo, and any of those delicious juices back in the skillet. Add a 1/4 cup of water, and we're gonna cook until the sauce is slightly thickened and reduced, and the shrimp is fully cooked through.
So I timed this perfectly right because everything's done at once. So now I'm gonna do a little taste to make sure I'm good on my seasoning. It's so creamy and buttery, slightly sweet. It almost has like, it doesn't taste like sweet, it just tastes like sweet corn. It's really good, okay. Oh. The chorizo is like bright and acidic and you get the heat from the jalapeno. They're gonna pair so well together. I'm gonna put just a hint more salt in each. This is why you taste at the end, so you can adjust the seasoning. So I'm gonna stir this in. Right before we plate, we're going to work on that cocktail. We are gonna combine the sugar, the grapefruit zest strips in a wide mouth pint jar or a shaker. Muddle that until the mixture is sandy and the sugar starts to dissolve. Now add the habanero, add the water. So in the recipe I said that you should shake this up in a mason jar, but I think this is much more dramatic and much more fun for a party. Sweet heat simple syrup. You know, I had to get up really early today. I think it's time for a nap. Come on, Choco. And now it's time to taste. Oh, I can't wait to get in. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go in for a shrimp by itself because they just look so good. The shrimp actually pick up on so much of the chorizo flavor. Now I'm just gonna get a bite of everything. Oh, there's so much happening. The textures, I actually think, as much as I love grits, the thing about grits is that they're pretty. The thing about masa is it's really, really smooth. And I actually think that I like the textural difference between the really smooth masa or atole with the chorizo and all the vegetables because they're kind of chunky. And then that sweetness from the shrimp. Oh, this is such an easy but also satisfying way to bring in the new year, celebrate with friends. Your friends are gonna love this. They're also going to love this cocktail, which I'm going to finish right now. So I'm gonna give it a stir because all the grapefruity stuff is on the bottom. Oh, this looks so festive and delicious. There's so many things happening in that too. You get like the beautiful grapefruit flavors, and then you get that habanero that just kind of like, it's not only fruity, but it's a little bit spicy and warm, but not like crazy aggressive. It's really good. Don't forget to wear velvet when you serve this because it'll actually make things a lot more festive. And as always, if you like me, if you like this recipe, if you like this series, make sure you hit like and subscribe, and there will be more Sweet Heat episodes in the new year. It's gonna be really, really fun. Definitely stay tuned and have a great holiday and a very amazingly happy new year. So good. Oh my God.